Stockhausen here, taking stock, helping traders to install the mindset and the passive income strategies of the rich. Now, in today's session, we're going to be talking about the 12 steps to aligning yourself to building wealth like the rich. And in today's session, we're going to be talking about what do you believe you deserve? The concept of deservedness. And more to the point, you deserving wealth. Now, we all think we deserve wealth. Everybody does. Very few people in this world walk around thinking, no, I don't deserve any money. I don't deserve it. However, you don't, by the way. 95% of people think they don't deserve it unconsciously. Even if they create a phenomenal system, they have an automated system, a fantastic subjective system, a brilliant intuitive sort of system. I don't know how that works, but you know, an intuitive system, a subjective system, or mechanical system. Their sense of whether they think they deserve the wealth will stop them from actually actualizing the wealth. So, in terms of our pyramid, that's where we are. I'm not going to read those out, which I've done every single week. We're at point 6. Do you believe you deserve? What do you believe you deserve? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Right, and here's what the question is. I really want you guys to answer this question. I want you to be serious. Right, and here's the question. Do you believe, does anyone deserve to be paid 1 billion per year? Yes or no? Do you believe anybody deserves to be paid 1 billion a year? Answer that question. I want yes or no from all of you. You've got yeah, absolutely, you've got yes, yes, and then no, and a no. Right, now, I'm going to ask you that question after this presentation. I'm going to ask you that very same question, and I'm interested to know what your answer is. So I want you to understand, there are only, and you guys have heard me say this before, there's only 3 ways to make money. Only 3 ways. And in fact, that concept of make money, you can't make money. That's absolutely ridiculous. What you do is you exchange value. You exchange money is not something that you make. Money is the vehicle that you're interchanging value. Now, that's so some people think, what does that mean? You have something of value. Once upon a time, there's no such thing as money. They had cows, or somebody said, I want that cow. And somebody said, well, I want that coat. And so they'll just barter it. But someone said, hold on, eventually, that coat is not worth my whole cow. I'll have to chop the cow up, but I'm not ready to chop the cow up. So they then made something divisible. And so they created money. Okay? So the money was a representation of value. So the money represented gold once upon a time, so it was divisible, but it then got delinked from it in 1971. But that's a whole new different story. But the point is, money represents value, and it's that you're exchanging the money. You do something of value and exchange money for it. So the only 3 ways to get to acquire wealth, value, money in this sense, is you buy something undervalued and it goes up. 2, you short or sell something overvalued and it goes down. Or 3, you create or provide a service that people perceive as value, and you sell it to them. Okay? Those are the only 3 ways. So you buy something undervalued and it goes up. You sell something, or you short something overvalued and it goes down. Or you create or provide a service that people perceive as value, and then you sell it to them. Okay? That is the only way. That's the only 3 things you have to think about. That is it. That is it. And I'm going to tell you this. That is the fastest and the only consistent way for you to make money. That's the only consistent way for you to do this. Fastest and the only consistent way for you to do this is through your values. Because, right, you will not see the value of the value money making opportunity, the value exchange opportunity in something that you don't value. If somebody has no value on stocks or buying stocks or shares, are they going to buy something consistently, something perceived to be undervalued, and it goes up? No. Are they going to be able to sell something that's overvalued and it goes down? No. Are they going to create a let's imagine they have no value in business, no value in stocks. Are they going to be able to see a money-making opportunity of creating a company, put it on the stock exchange, and then selling the shares, and the shares go up in value? So they created the service, and they've made the shares now, and they've sold them, it goes up. No. Because they have no value on it, they will not see it, hear it, feel it, experience it, even if it's presented right in front of them. which is why you cannot see money-making opportunities if you do not value money-making opportunities. You have to have two things in place. You must, one, value the thing, and two, value converting it into cash in order to acquire cash from it. My wife has a value on education for the children, but unless she's thinking about acquiring money, she's only going to see money spending opportunities. My mind is every time we go to one of these children play centers, I keep saying to her, I think you really should set up a children's play center because you seem to spend a lot of money in here and so do your friends. And I've noticed they're full. This is where we should be buying a building up there because there's none where we live, these children play centers, and it's a phenomenal money-making opportunity and nobody else has got it. So she's not seeing that because her values are more aligned to spending money in those situations. Mine are more aligned to thinking, wait a minute, this is a money-making opportunity. Do I have a value on children? Yes, because I have them. Do I have a value making money? Yes, I do. So you fuse those two things together, and that's my children, one of my top 5 values, so thus I can see a money-making opportunity in that. Now, if you show me some electronic components, which are, I don't know, something to do with something I don't understand, I am not going to see a money-making opportunity in that. So you will only see money-making opportunities, and every wealthy person has acquired that money because they had a value on that thing, and they or someone in their team or someone came up to them and told them how to convert it into cash and teamed up with them and did it with them. Well, that is the only way you're going to make money. That is it. Which is why most people, so those people are trading, they don't have a real value on financial trading. They just want the money. I was surprised, they're not consistently making money in it. So you must value, you must love, you must adore, you must think, oh, I love doing this. And they're making the money are two separate things, but you fuse them together. But here's what's interesting, right? That means if you are providing something of value to somebody, right? Let's imagine you have this thing and you sell it for $1 and people perceive it as you create something and you sell it for $1 and it really helps people. Is that a good thing, yes or no? Is that good fair exchange? It is, isn't it? He said, yes, yes. What about you, Joseph? What do you think? If you create something and it helps somebody, you sell something and it's worth 10, but you only sell it for 1, is that good value? No. You don't think that's fair? If you buy, why is it not? Why is it not good value to them? Yeah, to them it is. Right, okay, good. Right. So you've created something, right? So it's worth 2. It's really worth 2, but you sell it slightly undervalued, right? Right, now, so here's the thing. So you create something, you sell it, it's worth probably 2 to 3 to them, but you provide and you sell it to this person. And they go, wow, that was brilliant. Now, what happens if 10 people buy it off you, Joseph? Is that good? Yeah. Is that fair? Do you deserve that $10? Right, you've created something of service and 100,000 people buy this dollar thing off you. Is that fair? Is that fair exchange? Yeah, right. What happens if 1 billion people buy it off you, Joseph? Is that fair? Right. Did you deserve to be paid? You just created something of phenomenal value to people that is like they really value it, and they exchanged that thing of value for $1. You've just now been paid 1 billion and they did it in 1 year. Is that fair? Did you deserve it? Yes. So you said no one deserves to be paid 1 billion. Aha. Yes. You will acquire wealth through providing things of value, recognizing things of value. You either buy something undervalued, sell something overvalued, or create or provide a service of value to people. You like that there? Okay. That is how you create massive sums of wealth. But you have to understand, you're looking at the money. But it's not. Somebody has to do something of value to some people. Now, that means if you are a value provider or you buy value from somebody else, is money the root of all evil, or is not recognizing value the root of all evil? Fair exchange is how you become wealthy. You have to be able to recognize what is fair exchange. always participate in fair exchange. If you give something to somebody and they begrudge giving you something back, which is fair exchange for it, let me tell you this right now, they are doing themselves in, because they are not recognizing fair exchange, and they are going to probably become undone when it comes to money making opportunities, because they can't recognize fair exchange and value. They've just received value and they're trying to now they're a value taker. And people that just want to take value, right, live in fear, and fear then creates the wrong mindset in order to trade and invest and grow massive wealth. They have a fear of losing, missing out, being wrong, leaving money on the table, and all those things like that mess up your financial trading and investing. But if you can understand value, now understand, if let's imagine you have some charts and you say this 20 moving average on the way up says to me, over 50, is the price is on the way up, but it's now come undervalued. I'm now ready to buy it. And it goes up, you go, yes, I bought it undervalued. But if it's in the middle of no man's land, you go, this is overvalued. And it's in a stage 2, that's when you buy it, because it's come back to a point where you go, this is now undervalued. This is my point of recognition. That's what you're doing. You're always looking on the chart for something that tells you this is the value, this is where you buy. And the same on the way down. In a stage 4 down, you are simply looking for, it's the same, let's use the same one, the moving average. Could be Fibonacci retracements, it could be I don't know, Keltner channels, whatever else you want to use, right? Bollinger Band, whatever you want to do. But the point is, you then go, this has now pulled back to, because it's going to be a point where you go, this is value now, and then you want the price to retrace and go back up. You go, now brilliant, this is the point where it's overvalued, so you're now doing point 2. You're selling or you're shorting something that's perceived to be overvalued. Does that make sense to you, Joseph? So you create something of value and provide something of value, or you sell something that's overvalued, or you buy something that's undervalued. Does this make sense? Can you see how somebody perceiving someone no one deserves that means you're not recognizing what are they doing and what service are they providing of value. It just means you can't see it. That means you don't have the same aligned values. And as I said, the person that has a value on the thing, they value it and they value exchanging it for money, acquiring money, will accumulate money. People that don't value saving money but can like saving money, acquiring money, might value the thing and they'll spend their money on that thing. Some people get paid to go to work. So the reason why you're getting paid to go to work is because you value your time. And you must have some sort of value on the skills that you have. And so you're saying, I will exchange of value my skills and time for that paper over there that you call money. And then you take this thing of paper, which is really worth nothing, because there's nothing attached to it, and then you will exchange it for something of value. Otherwise it will disappear like ice in your hand. So you will exchange it for your children, which you think is valuable, your house, which you think is mortgage, valuable, investments, which you perceive to be as value. So you're always swapping money for something of value. Does that make sense, everybody? So, however, people are looking at everybody else and thinking to themselves, oh, they're doing that. They're doing that. Oh, I should be doing that. And they're unable to make money. And the reason why, and I've drawn it in this diagram, is because of this. If you don't appreciate your unique values and successes, all right, understand, let's just stay on the first square at the top left, okay? If you don't value, you're only going to see money-making opportunities, A, if you value money, and B, something that's aligned with your true values. So if you don't appreciate your own unique values and successes, that means you're going to be looking at somebody else's and society's values and goals. That means you won't be able to see the opportunity. That means you'll get a feeling of what's wrong with me because you can't see it, and you'll feel bad about yourself, beat yourself up, and which will lower your self-worth. That means you'll suffer from low self-esteem and need some sort of external validation in order to make yourself feel good. That means you'll start comparing yourself to others and envy them and their results and their lives, and you think, seeing where they're successful, that means you'll think you've messed up. You shoulda, you coulda, you woulda, you feel guilt and you feel shame. That therefore creates a feeling of I don't deserve, because of, if you start thinking I messed up this, I messed up that, I messed up this, I shoulda this, you're going to feel you messed up. You think, now people go, how does that mean you don't deserve? Let's imagine there's a man and a woman and he's feeling guilty that he's cheating on his wife. I mean, right, now. So now someone's going, no, not all men feel guilty. Right, listen, let's imagine this guy feels guilty, okay? I'm going to say this guy, I don't mean myself, I mean this imagined guy. So, this imagined guy feels guilty that he's cheating on his wife. And she comes up to him, he's cheating on her, he's thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that. And he's feeling guilt, and he's feeling shameful about what he's doing. And his partner then comes up to him and his wife says, she sees him the next day, and he's having these feelings of guilt, shame, and should have done this and shouldn't have done that. And the partner comes up to him and says, oh, I really love you. You're so lovely to me. You're so phenomenal to me. You're the best person. You're one of the kindest, most sincere people in the world. And she's trying to give him love. And what's he going to do? No, 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 darling, it's all right, it's all right. No, no, no. He's going to push her away, thinking, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. I messed up. I've messed up. I don't deserve this from you. I don't feel like I deserve this. That's what people do with money making opportunities. Because if you're not appreciative of your values, you're not going to be able to see the money making opportunity, make you beat yourself up, lose your self-esteem, compare yourself to others, feel like you shoulda, you coulda, therefore you get a feeling of I don't deserve. So what do people then do? This guy then thinks, I'll buy her a car to make myself feel better. I'll give her this, I'll do this. It'll overcompensate. What do people do in terms of money when they feel guilt and shame in their life? They give money away to charitable causes. Now, that doesn't mean all people give money away to charitable causes because they feel guilt and shame, but it is one of the main reasons people do, because they feel guilt and shame or not like they deserve. So they give money away. They don't see something. They get a scatometer or something. They go shopping to give themselves, make themselves feel better about themselves. They become consumers of wealth rather than accumulators of wealth. So that there is how you mess up your self-worth. But if you appreciate your own unique values and you acquire a value on building wealth, on saving money, on money, accumulating money, you will then be empowered to buy something undervalued and make money from it. Now, it doesn't have to be the stock market. It could be like my wife, it could be the children. She'd be them buying, I keep saying children, do you want a children's play centre? Do you want it? Because I keep thinking, you're spending money there and we should have one. And then I've got a friend who's done it in another part of town. And I keep thinking, I can't believe they've done it now. I told you I saw this opportunity. Now, if you could recognize what your true values are, and you have a value, I don't care if it's knitting, I don't care if it's clocks, I don't care if it's biscuits, banana skins or apples. Let me tell you this right now. You could create or provide a service of value to somebody with that thing, as long as you learn how to package and market it and make an absolute fortune from it. You'd be able to recognize something and buy it undervalued and sell it. Let me tell you this right now. I remember when eBay first started, people were selling potato chips that looked like Jesus, and they were selling for a fortune. So don't tell me you can't sell something else that you truly valued. So you could buy something undervalued, short something overvalued, or create something overvalued. So you first have to recognize what you truly value, because that there is the fastest and the only consistent way for you to make money, for you to do this, for you to make money is the fastest way for you to do this. It's through your values. You will not see the value, money making opportunity in something that you don't value. Now understand, you could be doing all three. Right? Oh, let me say this to you. Okay, are you ready for this? Okay, listen to me. Okay, let me just get the pen so I can draw. So I'm going to say this, and this is nothing to do whether you like the guy or not, okay? In fact, I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't even say it. I was going to say Robert Kiyosaki. Now, I like the guy. I like some of his bigger, broader concepts because they get me to think. I'm a big chunk thinker. But I want you to understand this one thing. Here's what Robert Kiyosaki, and basically the principle that every wealthy person in the world has. They have a business, which is number 3, and they pour that money from their business into their investments. And the reason why I say Robert Kiyosaki, because remember he goes ESBI, from his cash flow quadrant, right? You familiar with that? E is your employee of a system, S is your self-employed, you are the system, B is a business, you own the system, and I is an investor, that you invest in systems. Right, now, here's what every billionaire and wealthy person in the world does. They own a business, and they put it in investments. What are investments? They buy something undervalued and it goes up, or they sell something or short something that's overvalued and it goes down. So they are fusing together all three of these, and thus they become billionaires, multi-billionaires. What are most people trying to do? Just these two. Why don't they still make a load of money? Because they don't really value the process that I talked about of stocks. They don't absolutely love it. They want the outcome. They don't. So in order to see the money-making opportunity, you have to love the thing so you see that money-making opportunity. You cannot see, you cannot process, you will have a scotoma, the reticular activator in your brain will not see the real consistent money-making opportunities if you don't have a value on it. So by having a true value on these things, and it could be anything, it doesn't just have to be stocks. By having a true value on these things, you could have a business and pour that money into those investments, which is how you fuse together 1, 2, and 3, and you become rich. So that is the secret amongst secrets that most people are not thinking about. That was brilliant, was it? What do you think was brilliant about that?
Well, when I typed aha, the whole concept of providing value and recognizing value, and there's no limit to what value you can add, and therefore there should be no limit to what you can make.
There you go.
That's a whole new concept to me, Patrick. I mean, I got that for the first time ever.
Right.
Because when you ask the question, is it right to make $1 billion? Do you think anybody deserves to make $1 billion? I wanted to type yes because I knew that was the answer. I knew that was the right answer. But I typed no because that's what my gut was actually saying.
Good. Not good that you said, but it's good that you were honest.
Well, I tried it because I want to get the most out of this.
Right, yeah, brilliant.
You know, and if you're going to ask me the hard questions about because I said something stupid, then, you know, maybe I'll learn something there. But anyway, I think this is going to make a point to, you know, probably I'm not the only one who is stuck on that point.
Oh, let me tell you this. When I came across this concept, it made my mind realize, hold on a second, there's infinite money in the world. Because it's not money. Because we think the money, it's not money. Forget the money. The money is the vehicle that we use to exchange value. You create something of value and you swap it for cash.
Well, this whole thing opens, it's a flow. It becomes a flow of value, and everything else is not a closed system anymore.
Thank you. Well done. Yes.
So anyway, for me, this is awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
That's all right. Joseph?
Yeah, man, you convinced me that I can earn $1 billion. I didn't think you'd be able to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I have a very liberal view of creating money, and you know, my having this is pretty high. But there was something about the billion that was just that there was a finite limit to the amount that you can make. But yes, the whole concept of there's no limit to the value you can create, and thus there's no limit to what you can be compensated for, is something I had never considered before.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And that's the end of today's session. Right.